to Trading Lounge and the Asian report for the 3rd of February, and starting with the ASX here. I'm unsure about the big account, but working this particular count here, we can view this as an A and a B and a C wave here. Even the C wave concerns me a little bit because it's so sharp. Normally when I see a correction in a C wave, we'll see the market move up, we'll see the A wave sharp, the B wave and the C wave on more of an angle. But when I see it sharp like this, then we need to be a little bit mindful. So we'll certainly watch the rally. So once this 5 waves completes here, this rally here, we'll be paying close attention to that and looking for any short trade setups to, further to the downside here as well. So let's just go into the hourly chart and work on this section here. So there is a nice trend line for this at the moment, or channel through the tops here, bringing that trend line down into this low here, which sits on 6.9 here. So we've been working through this ABC pattern through here, the same as the US markets, and then looking for a break down to the lower side here. It appears that we are looking at the low here of the 3rd wave, so we'll look for a 4th wave to pull back. We'll take a closer look at that on the 15-minute chart and the tick chart, and then wave 5 to come down. We had short trades just under the 720 area here and also under this area here as well. So I'm going to keep the stop out of the way here. I want this because it can rally back up to this particular point here, and I don't want to bring it down too close here, because sometimes we might even get a 50% retracement level here as well. So just on the 15-minute chart for a little bit more detail in this particular trend here. So last time we spoke, we were looking at this move up here. So we're looking for it to come into this well, the area that it is, even tad higher into the 72 area. And we had short trades which were sitting, much lower than what the market was looking at that stage. Also to here, hindsight's hindsight, but it's also a good learning tool. So this move through, that's come through the level of 7,000 here. Normally we're looking for the retest, so I'll just go over this. So the market moves down, bounces off it, moves through, comes back and checks it, and then drops here. And this move back up that retests here would, if it's going to be corrective, then it's also going to be on lower volume as well, lower volume than the previous trend down. And sometimes when you look at this, you might need to go to larger time frames, like a one hour chart or 2-hour chart or 4-hour chart, until you can see it get all of this in one bar and most of this in one bar as well. So then you can see if it's on lower volume. So really this trade here, if I would have had that down to this point, and then I would have had it under this low here and then up under this low here once that's rallied. So that's probably more the realistic entry point through there. So I'll just leave it there, but I just wanted to go over that. So so the thing here now is that I think that the market can rally back up to this area through here. So I want to leave the stop out of the way. So when you get to larger numbers like this, it's okay to, well, it's always good to take a percentage at this point. So I won't do that now because, on Friday that would have been the go. I'll just wait for the rally to play out, and then we'll get another move down through here to take some profit down in this area through here, a little bit lower. And probably you're out of the market anyway at this stage, but we wouldn't expect wave 5 to be that long, because looking at it here on the tick chart here, this whole move down through here, I've got this in 1 degree smaller, so just imagine that's a green wave 1, a green wave 2, green 3, and green 4 here. So I've got wave like 1 and 2 all the way up here, and I'm looking at all of this as the 3rd wave here. So looking for the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree is, I'm thinking, is this one here at the 38.2% retracement level. So it's a bit difficult to see it to get up that high, isn't it? But we do have a looks like we've got like a little impulse wave here. probably need to just check that a bit closer. Let's see if I can get in there. And I mean, not that it makes much difference really. Yeah, it looks impulsive. So an A wave, we might get an A and a B and a C here for that, and then further up there for this. So we need to just allow that rally to play out there. That's just short covering stuff. But yes, the B wave and a C wave. It may not get that high. You know, it may just struggle into this space, even if it gets up there at all. I mean, when the cash market opens, then we'll see. What did just see what the S&P closed down 177, like 2%. So we're not going to see much of a rally here. And we're going to, but all this is built into this already, isn't it? It's just the other ones that we're, you know, the stocks that will drop. This is already built in. So I think what we could do is we could take a percentage in group 2 here. You may be able to stretch it down to the 6850, or might just even drop a lot lower than this as well. I don't know. I mean, I've just done my best to count this down through here. So a wave 4 and a wave 5 that could come down to this area down through here. But once this moves down here, then we can move the stop down as well. But yeah, and just keep bringing the stop down on new highs that are created on each rally point as well. But they will occur at 900, and then also in group 2 here as well. If group 2 becomes the resistance, then she'll drop down to 50 at that point, but may continue to slide at that point there as well. So give consideration of how much to take at this point. Okay, let's move on to Hong Kong. I might just drop in on China first. So China's got this 1 and 2 here, and looking at all of this as the third wave in here. I'd have to figure this one out a bit, but we're kind of getting closer to this wave 3 low here, and this wave 4 here, and then this wave 5 here. So that's going to be much the same as Hong Kong. So Hong Kong. So yeah, we're pretty much on track here as well in all of this. So there's a couple of things I still need to figure out, but what you can expect here is, I mean, when we're looking at the trading levels, like 25,000, this is a medium level here, and the next important level up is the 28 here. It's a minor level, so a medium level and a minor level. And then the next important number here is the 2650. It's just the halfway mark between these two here, so that always plays out. But 26,000 is important and 27,000 is important. They can create little tops and bottoms and things, but once it matures, then the market seems to dance at this 2650 number here. So just later on, you can really use that to get long or short on. It'll come in a few times. It'll come in this time. It'll come in a bit later as well, as we get either wave C here or wave 3 bounce here. I'm not sure if we're looking at this as an A and a B and a C wave here, or we've got wave 3 here. But if you're taking profit, then the 25,000 is where you'd be looking to take any profit at that particular point there. So I'll just pop that in there. The number that you're looking for. And India. So just on the daily chart here, it was possible that we could look at this as a wave 4, but I've just moved that out of the way for the time being, because this has still got further to come down. You know, when we've been looking at the other markets, we've been looking at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave coming down. Coming down into this base. So our job really is to count 5 waves from this high here coming down through here. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So on the 4-hour chart, I've got this is one way to look at it. I've got a couple of ways to look at this. First of all, I suppose, I mean, this is all coming from the bank side. So what we can do is just bear with me a second. This will give you a better idea of what's going on. So this is Icici Bank, and we can see here that this is all down for wave 1 here, and this is wave 2, and this is wave 3 here. So we've still got wave 4 and wave 5 to come down here for this. Now, obviously, this market here is going to bounce off the this 500 area here, which is a major level. So we'll get a bounce off of that. I'm not promoting this, by the way. I'd never promote this mob. Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. So it's coming from the banks, and you will also see that on the other banks in their own way. So 1 and 2 and 3rd wave, 4th wave and 5th wave here. So this is Icici Bank here, and once again you can see here that we've got wave 1 and 2 and 3 here. So it'll be 4 and 5 to come down. We're still a long way off yet. So all these days here that have been created here, that's probably how long it's going to take to finish this low here. Because right in the middle of the 3rd wave here would be the halfway mark. So we still got to get through wave 4 and wave 5 here. So it will be about the same amount of days here. And this goes for the other banks as well. So I won't go into all of them, but that's what's happening. So what we could say is that we're sort of deep in the 3rd wave here, couldn't we? That's what we could say. So when we go back to this one here, the Nifty, it's had trouble getting across the line here of 12,000, the closest largest number. It's come down, it's found support on it, bounced back. It's taken a while to get through that, and it's spoiled the real speed of the market that's being produced by the banks there. So I don't know the reason for that. I don't follow the news, but yeah, I'm looking at it like this. But the other count that I've got for this too, coming to the downside here, is this one here, which is our original one. So from the top here, wave 1 here, ABC for wave 2, down for wave 1, back for 2, down for 3, back for 4. The only reason I don't like this is we've got overlapping wave structures here. I have seen this before, and you get that at large numbers where the market bounces around a lot. So I'm aware of that whole situation and how to handle it. So I'm going to leave it like this for the time being, but we'll track these both counts. And in this one here, it does appear we've got down here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, so we can look at that. So we can call this low in here now, and we'll look for a wave 4 to pull back to retest that 12,000 before seeing a move further to the downside here. So we're looking for 5 waves down here. So that's that. On the tick chart here, we can just unravel this a little bit here. So from the previous wave 4, I'm looking at this as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and then 5 waves down. Nice strong 3rd wave down, but then a little 4th wave and down for the 5th wave here. In fact, that could be, I'd have to double check that. That could actually be moved into here. I'll just double check that. But either way, we're still left with this. The 38.2% retracement level is just a little bit higher than the 12,000 here. And we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave coming into play for that. So you need to start counting up here for this. So we're getting close to the top of the A wave here, I imagine. Probably see a dance across this level here. If we get support on top of 30 here, then I'll put that on top of 30 there. Move that. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah. Alrighty. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.